Hello there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video. Women choose men according to their needs. Now, I always talk about my book, Nice Guys and Players, Becoming the Man Women Want. Let me read something from it. And let me read a chapter from it. And it was a chapter entitled Understanding of Women. And I said, women are vain, insecure, seek excitement, and have a need to nurture. Ultimately, what it boils down to is that women choose men according to their needs. If a woman needs a man who's going to give her attention, he is the type of man she will choose. An insecure woman chooses a man who can make her feel secure. A woman seeking excitement looks for men who can provide it. Nurturing women find men they can nurture. Women don't choose men simply because they look good or are confident or aggressive. They choose men because of some need that has to be satisfied. Needs dictate desires. Women will always choose men according to their needs. Now, I'll have y'all can find this book on Amazon, Nice Guys and Players. This is an original copy though. This stays with me. But check it out though. That's one thing to always understand about a woman. They always choose according to whatever their need is. You remember in my last sit-down video, I said you don't know what it takes to turn on a particular woman. That's because just because she looked good to you and whatever you like about her, okay, fine. And even if you can read her social class, even if you can read her subculture, you still really don't know what it takes to turn her on particularly. You don't know what her needs are. And the most I've given on here in previous videos, whether it's a sit-down video or a car video or on-demand video, I've given you some general stuff. But you don't know what that particular woman is. Like even when I've talked about the house of the woman, different women going to want different things. A woman who is a moon archetype, she's only going to want a man who's more paternal because she's more that soccer mom. She's more that want to like take care of all the children in the neighborhood. She's that type. She wants a man who's going to have that. Now, a man might run into it because this don't mean she ain't attractive, but that's what her needs are. Or you get a woman who's more the seated hawk. Women like that are more, they'll hit the bookstore. You can take them on a hot date to a bookstore. Those are the ones who will read those deep books. They want a man who's going to read right with them. And you don't know that. You might not can tell that from looking at her. And shoot, she might not look the most intellectual or anything. But that's what turns her on. Or you get those women who are treasure chest. Her needs are a man who's going to be on that hustle right along with her. She out there trying to make money. She wants that man going to be on that same hustle. Not a 9-to-5 guy, a guy who's going to make money. Or even if it is a 9-to-5 guy, well, more like a 9-to-9 guy who's making a whole lot of money. But then that's where she at. Or you get those party women. Let's talk about them for a second. Those elegant roses, they always ready to party. They going out all the time. When they deal with a man, they want a man who's going to be the same thing, whatever it is. Now, even though I stick by what I said in the last sit-down video about women, you don't know what it takes to turn on a particular woman. And you can still get an idea, generally, never 100%. Maybe 70%, maybe 80% at best. But whatever the case is, whatever her needs are. Sometimes you might have to talk with a woman and you might be like, she might say some stuff and you're like, you know what, that ain't me. then you might be like, you know what, we can just be buddies or something. We can, and on that show, what I always call the gift they keep on giving, the balloon pop show, there's many a time a man or a woman will say, you know what, you cool, we can hang out, but this ain't it. That's because they ain't fulfilling each other's needs. And see, well, a man ain't fulfilling the woman's needs. We don't, as long as she got that nice body, a lot of times we don't care. Most men is just like, nah, as long as she got that nice body, most men looking for that woman who's just gonna be cooperative or something. But see, women ain't the same way. Every single woman has a particular need. That's who she gonna go for. If I'm talking with a woman for a little bit, I can figure it out. Or if I even see a woman with a guy and I can tell they romantically together, I can take a look at her, take a look at him and say, oh, okay, that's what she need. Like you got, like when you talk about social class, you get some women who might be in a bad neighborhood. They might not want that pretty boy or that clean cut dude. They want that dude look like he can lay out a body. But her need is protection. Her need is protection. But then another woman, she might not be in that hood, but she wants attention. She might not even look that good. That's why you do have some women out there. They are not consensusly physically attractive, but they'll go for that like very good looking guy. Their need is to still draw attention, to know, for people to say, oh, okay, they got something to get that type of guy. That's the need. And of course, you got some women out there, you know, even though I've said before about women not really, you know, women getting their own stuff, you still get some women out there for whatever reason, either want to use a man for money or need money from a guy. So that's what they're going to get. Or even you get some young women who will get an older guy, But if you really were to talk with them, you'll find out they really needed that father figure. It's whatever. And that's how you can understand whether or not a woman's choosing you, whether or not a woman's showing interest. Is she looking at you and feeling like you can fulfill a need? That's whatever the case. Whatever the case. And if you can't fulfill a particular need, a woman's not going to want to deal with it. When women out here choosing a guy or showing interest or responding to a guy, it's whatever they need. Like you get some women, plenty of women, all they need from a guy is just some good D. So they'll skip over that guy who look like he would be a good husband, because they not looking for it. Or let's turn that around. Sometimes they looking for that good husband type. They'll skip over the party type of guy. It depends. It all depends on what they need at that moment. Or you get women out there, like I said, like I read in the excerpt, you get some women, they need to nurture. Sometimes they'll skip right over. I even wrote that in that chapter. They'll skip over that guy, look like he got everything going on for him, and get that guy look like he just need an extra push. It depends on what their need is, who they are, which part of the house of the woman they're in, what's good for them, all right? So always remember that. Always remember that. Like if a particular woman don't want you, you don't know what her needs were, what she looking for, all of that. You don't take it personally. You don't blame her. You don't blame her. If she didn't want you, she just didn't want you. You just be like, oh, okay. So anyway, that's all I got. And definitely check this book out. Definitely check this book out, all right? So anyway, I'll get back with y'all. Talk to you later. Peace.